Hello everybody, welcome back to Super Tech Services. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to replace the fuse on an IH board to fix that C-3B07 code, so stay tuned. Quick break from the videos, guys. Check out our website for our all-new eBay store with remanufactured fusing units and other parts. Amazing! Also, we got a merch store. More items will be added later. Back to the video. Alright, on this video is how to replace the fuse on the IH board to fix the code C-3B07. I already have another video on how to replace this board. This video will show you how to replace the fuse. It's a thermal cutoff fuse that goes bad. It is a 3 amp, 250 volt, 2-pin, 102 degrees Celsius HU2X fuse. So it pops if it goes above that 102 degrees Celsius, and we're going to go ahead and replace that fuse. But what we're going to do first is test the new fuse and the old fuse by checking for continuity between the terminals of the fuse, and doing this will let you know if it's a good fuse or not, and it'll show a beeping sound if it's good, no beep if it is bad. So here's the bad board, and the bad fuse on the board, and you can see that there is no beep, and this fuse is bad, so we're going to go ahead and get to replacing it. First up, I'm just going to get my hot air rework station powered up, and then we're going to unscrew the fuse that's attached here. It's very simple. As for what we're going to do, we're just going to be desoldering these two pins here. So I have a couple different things. I have some flux, a desoldering wick, and a desoldering pump as well, and I used all of them to get those off because they were definitely on there. And I heated up my iron to 875 degrees and applied a little bit of flux. We started off with just one terminal, and then I used a wick to get as much solder off as I could. But there was still some solder left on, so then I started to make my way over to the second prong and get that wicked down as well. And once I got off as much solder as I can, then I moved over to the desoldering pump to get the remaining solder that was left. And this did take a little while, but eventually the fuse came loose. And then voila, there it is. So now, like I said, I didn't have any thermal paste, so I should have had that, but the board is working fine. So now that I have it removed, I can go ahead and replace it with the new fuse. I'll put a link in the description as to where I got mine. I had to buy one that had a higher temperature range because I couldn't find the one that was rated at 102 degrees Celsius. So this one is rated a little higher, I think at 136 degrees Celsius, but that should be fine. So what I did first was just clean the board and then reattach the screw and then flip this over, and then we can start the process of soldering this again. So same thing, I heated up my iron to 875 and then brought in some solder and just soldered the joints, which was pretty easy. Just make sure that I had a nice solder joint on both of the terminals. Then after that, just cleaned up a little bit. Once the cleaning process was done, we're going to check for continuity again between the terminals. We should hear beeps, and we do, which is great. So we know that this fuse, once again, is good. And now that everything is screwed down, everything looks really nice. There was still some leftover thermal paste, so it should be okay. Now we can start the process of reinstalling the board and then testing it out on the machine. So here I am just quickly putting the board back in, reattaching the screws, making sure the connectors are in as well. And we powered on the machine, and voila, to my surprise, it came back just like that. That was it. And so far, it's been working good for a couple days now. And that was how to replace the fuse and get rid of that code CB07. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in our next video.